What is fitness to you?
What is fitness to me? Fitness to me is person to person. But I think what fitness is to me, fitness is being an able body, is about continual improvement. It's about exploring parts of your physicality that you've never explored before, doing things that are a little scary, and enjoying the process, you know? Keeping it simple and getting really good at basic movement. I think that's what fitness is. And yeah, I would say that's it. Building muscle, burning some body fat. I'll turn the air on. Yeah, I think that would be it.
Okay. What's the most optimal fitness program in your opinion?
I think the most optimal fitness program is the one that gives you results. It's listening to your body and finding what works best for yourself. Something that works for me may not work for others. And listening to your body. I mean, it could be a powerlifting program, it could be bodybuilding. It really all depends on what the overall goal is. If it's change in body composition, I will say this. Any program that you stick to for a prolonged period of time that has given other people proven results, and there's tons of different ways to go about getting your body optimal or getting in better shape. So there's really no wrong answer. It all kind of depends. But the main thing, I think what's most crucial, is that you stick to one thing until you see a result. And if you're not seeing a result, then it may not be an effective program. So do your research, get a trainer, ask around. And I think that's probably your best bet, is to go to someone who already has the answers, someone who already has done the trial and error. That's why I'm a trainer. You know, a lot of people come to me because they're not too sure where to start or what to do. So go to someone who already has the answers and then start from there.
Can you discuss the relationship between nutrition and fitness?
Well, the relationship between nutrition and fitness go hand in hand. I will say this, that a lot of people have this misconception about nutrition, that they need to eat really strictly and things need to be like clean eating. The thing about nutrition is that there's really no such thing as good or bad foods. There's such a thing as too much or too little. And all different types of diet plans or nutrition plans work, whether it be from keto or slow carb or Mediterranean or paleo, or if you're a macro counter. The number one thing to remember is that the way you're gonna find success is through adherence, through sticking to it. But I will say that the direct correlation is, if you're training hard, you're gonna have to, one, recover hard, and then eat really well to recover. A lot of people train really hard, and I'm kind of directing this towards like weight loss, or like, I guess maybe towards like female clients or females, because they correlate, you know, getting in shape with eating like lettuce and salad and like chicken. Your body's not going to get everything it needs from a macro or a micronutrient perspective when you're eating so little. You're basically asking your body to perform at a very high level, and when you're under eating, like drastically under eating, your body doesn't have what it needs nutritionally to rebuild. So that's where I think a lot of people go wrong, is they under eat, they work too hard, and they don't work smart enough.
So what happens if these people are under eating but working too hard? Like, how does that affect like their fitness goals? They
lose muscle. They don't get the result that they want. You know, everything comes down to your health is predicated on not so much a number or a weight on the scale. It's your body fat percentage. Is getting your body fat low and then eating enough. And sometimes, in some cases, you may have to put yourself into a surplus, eat a little bit more than you're burning to build some muscle and go through some phases cyclically. Sometimes you're going to want to be cutting and lowering your calories, and sometimes you're going to want to have to cycle your calories back up in order for you to build muscle. So the biggest thing is adherence, you know, and people lose muscle. People start exercising, they start doing a boot camp program, and they start, you know, they take advice from someone who doesn't know crap about nutrition or fitness, and they start eating, you know, some 1,000-calorie diet, and their exercise program is all built around doing a bunch of cardio aerobic exercise, and they burn what little muscle they have, and in turn slows down their metabolic rate, their basal metabolic rate, and makes their body less efficient at burning calories. And if you're burning off your muscle, if you didn't have very much muscle to start with, you know, you can really do some serious like metabolic damage or create like metabolic syndrome where it's hard for your body to even lose fat because you didn't ask the right person for the right advice.
So how does someone that is trying to eat like a surplus of calories in order to feed like their growing muscles, how do they determine how much more they should eat in comparison to eating too many calories? Does that make sense? Yeah,
I think I see what you're saying. You're gonna have to determine like what your maintenance is, figure out kind of what you're doing now for your calories, and you do that by logging your food. You know, that's probably the easiest, simplest way to figure out what, let's say, hey, you've been 150 pounds for the last 6 months. So what I always tell people is to, hey, log your food for the next 7 to 14 days and get an idea of what you've been taking in. Don't change anything about your eating. Eat exactly what you've been doing, or just log it, see where you're at. And then you can kind of figure out, okay, these are like my maintenance calories. If I eat this many amount of calories, I'm gonna stay as a 150 pound person. If you want to gain weight, you're gonna have to put yourself into a surplus, which I suggest increasing your calories by maybe 10 to 15% at a time. Some people make the mistake of doing, you know, these huge, like, oh, I'm gonna eat 1,000 more calories than I was before, and that in turn is gonna put on a lot of body fat. And sometimes people cut 1,000 calories. That is a huge energy deficit, especially when you start exercising, because it's gonna create this huge energy deficit, this huge gap in energy. And in turn, in like 3 to 4 weeks, you're gonna start feeling like crap. I'm not gonna hit your car. I am not gonna, I've pulled in here many times. I'm not gonna hit your car.
I thought you were looking at the camera.
That's all we got time, folks. 5 questions with a Fit Pro. I'm KG.
Wait.
We got one more?
There's one more.
Okay.
From a fitness standpoint, who do you love the most?
Who do I love the most in general in my life?
Uh-huh. On a personal relationship level?
Oh, Gambit.
Whatever.